Driving the number 82 Team Red Bull Toyota this year, full-time for the Red Bull team down in Charlotte, North Carolina. Teammate to Brian Vickers. Scott, thanks for joining us today. Good to have you with us on Raceline.
Thanks for having me.
Scott, after a great run in Formula One, now coming back to the U.S. to run in NASCAR racing, what kind of expectations do you have here in this first full season in NASCAR?
Expectations are wide open. I mean, who knows? It could be good, it could be bad. I mean, honestly, my realistic expectations are to eventually, throughout this year, being able to get everything out of the car. I mean, for the first little while, I mean, I'm probably going to have a 10th place car and be finished in 20th, and that's all right. But, my goal is to be able to perform at the level of our car, by the end of the season, and that would be, a huge accomplishment, I think.
How concerned are you about reaching some of those goals? After all, some of the tracks you're going to see this year, you've never even seen before.
I think that we've made a good progress at the end of last year. I mean, certainly ending the year with a race like Miami, makes the off-season go by a lot nicer. And as well, we had a great test in Atlanta just a couple days ago. And I don't know, it's one of those things where I think that we actually have a good car. I mean, obviously Red Bull's been a great organization. I think the whole testing ban is actually going to help us because I think we're one of the more technologically stronger teams out there. And we take it as it comes. I mean, I got all the confidence in the world in the guys, and I'm sure they're going to give me a good enough car.
Scott Speed, driver of the number 82 Team Red Bull Toyota this year. It's going to be an interesting battle, Tiffany, with Scott and Joey Logano, both considered really superstars.
Oh, absolutely. I think a lot of what's going to play into that, too, is that Joey Logano's had so much pressure put on him already to perform. Scott Speed hasn't had any of that, so he's going to be a little more relaxed this year. It's going to be really interesting. And speaking of that, Joey Logano is going to be the youngest driver ever to start a Daytona 500. The youngest before him was Jeff Gordon at age 25, so Joey has a lot on his plate to think about this week.
Joey's 18 years of age, so yeah, a lot of pressure on